So, Mzansi, the Ndimande brothers have set 4 conditions that they want met before they can agree to be extradited back to South Africa. Hello Mzansi, welcome back to our channel. Remember to like this video as it helps our channel grow. And let's go right back into the rest of our commentary with regards to the happiest guys in an Eswatini courtroom. As you can see, you and I might not be comfortable being in any jail cell, but clearly the 2 alleged Nkabis are quite comfortable over there by the Eswatini jail, and they happily stand up in court. But the issue that I want to talk about today is one of their demands, which is their safe return to South Africa and how they need to be handed over to the South African Correctional Services, because they do not feel safe if they're handed over to SAPS. Okay, that's the first part of the condition. And then there's a second part of the condition, which is, hey, wait a minute. When we are now handed over, so when this extradition thing finally happens, when we're now handed over, can you also make sure that our lawyer here, the Ngwenya guy, so can you also make sure that our lawyer, Sivo Ngwenya, who is their lawyer in Eswatini, which means he is a Swatini citizen, and that's my assumption. Maybe he has dual citizenship with South Africa, I don't know. But for the purposes of this video, we will assume that he is a Eswatini citizen, therefore not a South African citizen. Therefore, for a Eswatini citizen to travel into South Africa for visiting purposes, they can come to South Africa, no visa required, for 30 days, according to the Department of Home Affairs. Now, wait for it. The 2 happy brothers, the Ndimande brothers, are demanding that their lawyer accompany them to South Africa, where they will be handed over to, per their demand, correctional services. But it is impossible to hand them over to correctional services because they need a J7 warrant, and a J7 warrant can only be issued by the South African Police Services. Okay, are you with me? I hope you're still with me. Okay, if you're still with me, go ahead and drop a like and leave a comment in the comment section. Just say J7 so I know at which point you're still listening to this video. Okay, so now that we know about the J7 warrant, that is required by South African law for anyone for anyone to go into prison, they need that J7 warrant. Okay, now they are saying they want to be escorted by their precious lawyer into South Africa, but we all know a lawyer is not a friend or family member, therefore they are not visiting South Africa. And if they are escorting the 2 happy brothers, therefore they are on the job, so they are working. So if they are working, meaning the 2 brothers are paying them a retainer to walk with them into South Africa and be their kind of bodyguard, or is it legal representation? I don't know what the vision is. But if that is their demand, okay, not a problem. Dear lawyer, kindly produce your work permit, which shows us that you are allowed to work in South Africa. Do you see what's going on here? Remember, the 5 that are still in KZN waiting for these 2 so that they can continue with their bail applications, they cannot proceed until these 2 are there. So if we have to wait for the happy Ndimande brothers lawyer to apply for a work permit, a work permit can take up to 8 to 12 weeks to be processed. I don't know if under SADC they can get an immediate work permit application approved. I don't know how that will work. Again, this video is for educational purposes. If you know how the process is going to work, if you are in Home Affairs, comment down below so we understand how getting a work permit process actually works. But according to the research that I've done, he must apply for the work permit because he will be working in South Africa as their legal representation. even if it is just for the handover at the border or whatever the case is, he will be on South African soil. Therefore, he has to have that work permit. Do you see the loophole here? That their demand that they set is actually going to set them backwards. So without that without that work permit, this lawyer cannot represent them in South Africa. So therefore, they can set a new condition when they arrive at the border or wherever this exchange is going to happen. They have to have legal representation, so they need to secure another lawyer on the South African side of the border. But we do know that whoever paid or made the call, the mastermind for the 800,000 to be transferred, is obviously going to be able to foot the bills for these extra lawyers and extra needs that they need, so that none of them reveal who the mastermind is. And the cover-up just continues and ends with them, or they take the fall. I don't know. This is all alleged. I'm just trying to make sense of the information or the lack of information thereof. So let me know if you so far, what are your thoughts on this work permit situation that is going to arise? Is there going to be a loophole? Can their lawyer come into South Africa and still represent them without that work permit? Secondly, can a work permit be obtained super fast? And there's one more thing about a work permit. So in order for a work permit to be issued to this lawyer, this Eswatini lawyer, the employer, who is the two brothers, has to prove that there is no one suitable in South Africa to do the job. So, will this lawyer's work permit be granted? What are your thoughts? I want to see what you guys have to think. I know that it's going to be really split in the comment section, but let me know. Is this lawyer going to get that visa? And if they set that precedence that the lawyer can get the work permit, first of all, super fast. Secondly, can they prove that he's the only one who can do the job? And thirdly, does this set a precedence now for an immigration, or so that the Department of Home Affairs now has to make a lot of exceptions for other countries as well, or other citizens or other people applying for work permits who've had to sit and wait for their work permits to be renewed or their work permits to be issued. But this lawyer, because it's a public high profile case, is getting his work permit issued. I think I've said a mouthful, but let me know your thoughts down below. What you think about the happy Ndimande brothers. Why are they so happy? What is it that's going on in the Eswatini jail that has them so confident that, or is it the safety, or they feel super safe in Eswatini? As you know, they were in Eswatini illegally as well. But this is a developing story. We'll continue to watch it. Let us know. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, because you know we are growing only because of you. So without you, we won't grow.
Respondents, we have an application for you to remain in custody and in lodging for a formal extradition application by the requesting state.
kusenta umelela ukuthi kutholakale emaphepha-ke alele ukuthi-ke aqhamuke kuleli bho lelicela ukuthi-ke libanikiswe kilo kwanye lokho endaba enigcinwe-ke esitokisini.
There is no objection to that application.
Kuhle-ke lokuphikisiwe-ke kuleso sicelo leso.
So we are going to remain in custody until 12th of March and we will watch it.
Ngitawugcina esitokisini niphinde nibheke-ke ngayo lomhla ka-12 kuMarch kusamele-ke ukuthi-ke ufake leso sicelo.
Now, the representative of the applicant has made an undertaking to cooperate and to have those documents in expedition
Bashushisike wende-ke siqiniseko sakakuthi kutawenda-ke ukuthi-ke lawo-ke maphepha lawo-ke afike masinyane.
So now there was a data application from Mr. Ndimande to say that two documents within the team that or special seizures to you also detained.
Khona lesinye-ke isicelo esendiwe-ke ngumshushisi lo ukuthi-ke kule mazincingo-ke ntatholakala-ke kini ndabacela ukuthi-ke ziyinwe-ke nato.
Now, this application is for now being proposed, not substantive. Now, it will allow provisional detention of the cell phones by the police pending determination of the matter.